Can we see it? Do we see it? That's the biggest toad I've seen. Oh no. Look at that guy. He's so big. This was a nice little rest house. Thanks to Jay and Indy. This is where I was for a few days. Got 2 0 days in here. It was excellent. Up in the mountains of Maggie Valley. Really, really beautiful. Back on the trail. Starting straight up. I don't know if it lasts that long though. We go up over a hill and back down, and then keep going. I don't know the rest of it, but I am not ready. Give me another 5 days of rest, then I'll be ready. Here we go, walking next to a creek. Beautiful. Getting back into it. My left knee is feeling a little sore. Going downhill. It didn't feel very nice, but I have a compression sleeve on and well, just see where it goes. Alright, we came out of there. See the road. There's Brown's Missionary Baptist Church up the hill, and then there's a bridge going over the water, and there's a whole bunch of white blazes across the bridge. So this is the way we go. Alright, we came across the bridge looking for blazes, and then we also see this sign, AT this way, and you can see all the little white blazes on the guardrails. Here we go, blazes on the interstate signs, and going under the tunnel there's some blazes over there, and a blaze on the interstate sign after the tunnel. Then we'll see where we go from there. Looks like a blaze on the sign over here, so I think we go up this road and eventually it'll turn into the trees. You can see that blaze. And eventually we'll find some trail again. You can see this is where we are. And we're back. Not too far up the road. Back onto the trail. Onto the dirt trail. My favorite. A large amount of stairs. I just took a break right here and get some water. This is, I think, the last road crossing. Balance. But yeah, so to show you one last little thing. I don't know exactly how far down, but you go down a little bit, you can see this sign. This sign says northbound this way, southbound where I came from. It's got another marker there, but it's also got this. You can see Standing Bear is it's like a hostel, and from what I heard, it goes up that way. And from what I heard, it's a good place if you're looking for allegedly, it's a good place for getting, I guess, weed and mushrooms and I don't know, goodies. I'm not in that scene, so I don't know all the details. But some people walking by said it's not a great place for a resupply. It's terrible for a resupply, but it's a real chill place, and you can put up a tent there, and they're real open about, I guess, certain types of drug use. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, Standing Bear is a good place for it. And there you can probably see maybe in the camera, there's a trail going up And it's going up, baby. 5 miles and about 2,500 feet. My God, so it's not too bad. It's pretty gradual. 5 miles, 2,500 feet. Not too bad, but it's 5 miles up. And then you get to Snowbird Bald. And there's a fire tower up there. And so I'm going to, I just took a little snack break to lighten my load. I have some apples and tomatoes. I bought too much food for the house to feed myself. And, but I decided I'll just take it with me. It's probably a bad idea. I probably should be lightening my load, considering I have some joint issues happening. But, I'm learning, still learning. So that was really cool. Indy's dad, Jay, thank you so much, by the way, Jay. He put me up, for 3 nights. That's incredible. He brought me into the cabin, Airbnb cabin he was renting for him and his daughter, and he just, invited me into it to drop my pole. He invited me in to give me some rest, and yeah. So anyway, thanks a lot, Jay. Another awesome thing that Jay taught me, or did for me, is he's a birder. So he loves watching birds, and he's really good at listening to bird calls and knowing, what kind of bird it is and everything, and different environments and whatever. One thing he taught me is, I'm not sure what he called it, fishing or pishing, but you go, you're walking in the woods and you hear some birds, and you're like, okay, there's some bird activity here. So then you start making bird sounds, and the one, I can't remember, he showed me 2, but I only remember the one, and I think it goes like this. Psh, 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 psh. Just kind of do that for, ooh, mosquito. And you do that for 30 seconds to a minute and see if any birds come over to check you out, because they're kind of curious creatures and they like to see what's going on around them. So you stand still and you make the psh, psh, psh noise, and they might come over and say hey and figure out, oh, who are you and what are you doing, and then they'll go back to their business. But anyway, I just did that now. There's a whole bunch of bird cries out here, and my elbow. So there. So anyway, I just did the fishing, and a couple of birds came over and said hey, and then a hummingbird. I thought it was a hog. It sounded like like the kind of sound, but it was the fluttering of the hummingbird. And then so anyway, there was 2 or 3 different kinds of birds, and then the hummingbird, and then there were some birds crawling, hopping around, sideways on the trees, going, vertical up and down. That was really cool. So try the fishing thing, and he said, it's not going to happen every time, but it should happen once out of every 5 or so. You should at least get some kind of activity happening. So I just did it, and it worked out really well for me for the first time. I think there was so many birds here, so I think it was a good first time to try it. But something that I learned that is, if you're out in the woods, give it a try, because that's a neat little trick. I am definitely done with these stupid summit climbs. Up to the stupid summit, down to the lowest stupid point, back to the next summit. It's so freaking stupid. Anyway, it's these goddamn summits that are hurting my knee so much, and therefore I am upset by it. If my knee was fine, I wouldn't worry. I don't care. I would probably even enjoy it. But all I feel is knee pain, and walking every step with a sense of fear, worry, and anxiety is really weighing me down, and I'm becoming very upset with these stupid mountain climbs. It's freaking terrible form of trail blazing. Stupid original hikers. Stupid. Finally made it to the bald. Now I just gotta go a little bit further to find the fire tower. But I am sick and tired of these summit climbs. Sick and tired. So that's about it. That's been that 1 month of summit climbing. I'm done with it. Whatever it is, very pretty bald. Love all the little reds out there. So I mean, you can see down there, it's going back into the trees. So I'm guessing that there is no more tower, and that maybe it's just that FFA control thing where it said there would be views, but I didn't see anything over there. There's a nice little camp site at the top here. I don't think I recommend it because it's got no protection from wind or storm. Typically, you want to camp in the middle, not at the top and not at the bottom. Ooh, we got the bugs coming out now. Hey, oh, check this out. This is cool. Wonder what creates this. Neat. So many, and they're so orange. Little buckets. I bought wraps for people to use at the house, but no one used them except for me. I used some of them, so now I have my first wrap. I have lettuce and tomato and curry powder and chili and salt, and it's gonna be yummy. Here we go. Finally made it to the Roaring Fork shelter. This is the saddest shelter that I've seen so far. It's a little bit old, eh? Look at there's nowhere to sleep in here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a very big bow. Let's see. There's a nice little table, but it's also on a slant. And then, maybe this will be a better, look at that. There's no flat surface in there. Your bow's in the middle there. Very, very sharp. But yeah, it has there's some water up there. I'm going to go get water soon. And there's some campsites down there. So, set up my tent down there. And, I got here and I just ate some food. I had the wraps, and that was really yummy. Then I had a whole bunch of nuts, and that was really yummy. And then I'm gonna get water, set up my tent, and then I'm gonna get gonna have my vegan protein powder shake. 21 grams of protein. Hopefully that'll help me with recovery or something. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I haven't shown you the shoes. Check that out. There we go. So, I mean, I super duper did it. You don't need to put anywhere near as much glue as I put on there. But yeah, this is still, that didn't come in all the way. I couldn't close that with the tape. Same thing happened over here. This one, I couldn't close it. But you can see, look, I can take this part off. Ta-da! It is just a little piece of rubber. But it's pretty good. It's protecting everything. Protecting that now. I just put a little bit on the seam here. And you can see, it's not flapping. Not flapping. No longer flapping. So, should be good. Still at the water source. I'm about to wash my face because I got all messy from the wrap. But look what I found. Little dude. Ooh, little tiny salamander guy. Are you guys ready to get jacked. This is my protein powder. This is my protein shake. Wait, let's see. This one. Protein shake. Let's get jacked. Alright, so here. These are the bear hangs that you find at shelters. A lot of shelters have these. And so instead of like, when you do a normal bear hang, you have to tie a rock to your rope and you find a tree with a limb that's the right size and height and everything. You gotta throw the rock, and typically you have to throw it at least 5 times before you finally get it, and it's a pain in the butt. But at the shelters, they have these little bear hangs, at a lot of them. And so it's really nice. So you just have to hook it in. You just hook in to your bag, and then you find the other. So you have a hook that goes to your bag, and you have a hook that goes to a tree. They normally put in, let's see, I guess it's this one. So you see there's a little, they hammer or screw in a loop that you can hook into. And now the food is hung.